Guys, I'm here today at MOBA Australia. We're going to see how they install a GPS system and have a look at their facility. Let's go have a look. Daniel, how you going?
Ivan, how you going?
Yeah, good.
Thanks for coming out to see us.
No worries, man, no worries. So,
welcome to MOBA.
Thank you very much. We're here for the site tour. So I believe we're going to see an install today.
Yep.
And the site facilities. So yeah, let's go, man. What have you got?
We'll start with the showroom. So here, perfect. We've got products for laser levels, grade lasers, and a lot of machine control products. So if we walk around, we've got our laser level range and grade laser range.
Yeah.
Everything to magnetic receivers for your excavator. A lot of these products we don't only sell here, we actually manufacture. So some of these products we make locally here.
Yeah.
And we'll see that at the facility later.
So you actually make some of the stuff
here
so
too? fully Australian made. Everything from design to assembly of the board. So everything done in-house. Yeah. Cool. And these go on an excavator, so magnetic, stick on, and will guide you to go up and down or when you're on grade.
Yeah, I get you. So you can use like a regular laser level?
Yeah, so you don't have to use our laser, you can use any brand of laser, and we'll work with everything. Yeah.
Cool.
And then we'll go around to our survey products, so anything from a robotic total station to GPS, so all our survey solutions. This is a brand called Geomax, so part of the Hexagon group, a global company, extremely good accuracy, and can be used really targeted for not only surveyors but the civil construction side of things.
Yeah. And I noticed you got pipe lasers there too, you were saying, yeah?
So pipe lasers, we do this one here. These are all Australian made as well. So some big companies using it. Yeah. Simon Brothers, BMD, Winslow, they've got huge fleets of our pipe lasers.
Awesome.
So not only do we manufacture them here, of course we do the full service and everything in-house.
And this, I was saying, I used to have one of these. I had this very, very similar receiver, and that can attach to the arm of the dipper arm of a machine. So we've got magnetic brackets like this one here, and this can go on the side of an excavator. That will clip on, and then that will do the same thing, very similar to that smaller receiver, where it will guide you to go up, down, or when you're level. Yeah. Ah, cool, man. So
and then we go to some higher tech products. So weighing systems for wheel loaders, so good for a quarry. So here we can not only weigh what's in the bucket, we can also print receipts and charge per weight. And that's what a lot of quarries do these days. Yeah. And then of course full 3D solutions, and this is a huge part of our business.
Is it, just sorry, going back to that, so does that actually print a receipt too, does it?
It does, yeah. So if you push the print button, you'll get a little docket like so, and then you can bring this to your gate, and that can be charged per weight. Yeah.
Cool.
So
there you go.
Yeah. Hopefully for your sake the weight's wrong and you get a cheaper bill.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's always bang on. So
it's always bang on. I'm sure it is. All right, and then what do you got here? What's that?
Yeah, so we've got 2D solutions and 2D and 3D solutions, and this is a huge part of our business. So what we have is small sensors that go on all moving parts of your machine. And so if we look at the 2D system, we'll come to a benchmark. Yeah. We'll press 0. And now irrespective, so I'll just get rid of this offset. So we'll just bring this back to 0. So 0 it out. And now irrespective of your bucket position, it's always going to stay on grade. So it doesn't matter if your bucket's flat, teeth down, or whatever it is, always we know the height.
Is that because it goes by this actual point?
Yep, so this is fully calibrated in.
Yeah.
And then we can even go to a simple view. So this is what you see as an operator. So go up, go down, and when you're on grade, and bang on grade.
And that stays in your cabin?
That stays in your cab.
So that's, what system is that?
That's called the Excite Easy.
Yeah.
And then the system's fully upgradable to what we call the Excite Pro, which is this bigger screen. So the same sensors will stay on your machine. And that means you as a customer can evolve with the system, start at 2D and work all the way up to 3D, and you're not throwing away hardware. So that's a big benefit of what we do, not only with this product, but in general. Once you start with MOBA, you continue that journey as you grow as a customer. And your needs change, we grow with you, you keep the hardware and you keep evolving. And this is the full 3D system, it's called the Excite Pro. So really nice display. You can see here, we've got a design that a surveyor's given us. This is a subdivision, and you can see exactly from here, what you'll see as an operator, and away we go.
How cool is that?
And now it's saying, our height to the surface, 0.6. 0.6 meters.
And so what is this? So you can play PlayStation, is it?
You can play PlayStation if you like, but this just simulates. This just simulates what the machine's doing. Yeah. So exactly what you'll see in the machine, we're simulating here. Yeah. And away we go. Yeah. Cool. So I think we'll go at the back. We'll show you a bit of our production facility. And then we'll show you a real install.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. So we'll go into the production facility now. So this is a custom built facility where we do all our R&D and assembly.
Yep.
So come in. So the first section is where we do our final test for lasers. We might purge them with dry nitrogen. All that's done here locally in this first room. If we go to our second area, this is where all the assembly happens. And not only assembly, but testing of systems and calibrating customers' machines. So this could be anything from a repair comes in and we give it a full service, or we do a full production run. Yeah, an example of that might be, for example, here we're building some joysticks. These joysticks go on skid steers predominantly, and this is to drive the blade manually. So from your cab of your skid steer, you can basically make the blade go up and down, left, right, and vice versa. So all done, yeah, and we manufacture these from scratch here. Yeah.
All here locally. Yeah?
All done locally. Yeah, everything done in house. Yeah. So you will see here, yeah, we've got diagrams for the boys to follow, so that way, you know, our full quality controls is processed, and yeah, done. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then yeah, going to PCB assembly, which is really good, which you don't think happens here in Australia, but it does. So Johnny, he's been here 20 odd years, and yeah, he's doing an assembly of a prototype that we're doing.
Yep.
And so everything done locally, and then we'll test that, we'll verify it, and then obviously go to a bigger production run.
Cool.
Yeah, so all very small components that we put on that board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe it's all still done here. It's great. That's good. It's good that it's all done in Australia still. Yeah.
We'll go to the next area. So here we're doing either some R&D or some design. So we're doing some cord manufacturing. So it might be a new order that's come through. So we're just preparing a purchase order and checking what the file needs, and then we'll do that production run. Yeah.
Cool.
In this area, so you'll see some of these cords that I mentioned are manufactured locally. So all in-house, all to different lengths. So you know, all done by hand. So that full process in-house.
So you actually make the cords and everything
Yep.
here?
To suit the length of what the system is. Yeah. So that's all done in-house.
Yeah. I'm surprised because a lot of people would imagine everything just automatically comes from China, yeah, like and everything comes pre-made. Yeah. So you're actually still making a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. And the beauty of that is that support for customers. So you could buy a system 15, 20 years ago and we can still manufacture a cord that we did back then to suit now. It might be the same length, it might be a different length for a different machine. So yeah, all done in-house, all checked in-house, and and ready to support the customers. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, amazing. I didn't know that you have such a big facility.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit deceiving from the front, but it's quite a long factory.
Yeah.
So here is all the parts to make some of our products.
Yep.
And then in this area, which is the last section, it's basically complete finished product. So those cords that we showed you there, you know, an example is we've got 150 different types of cords, and that could be everything from a Kelly cord to go on a machine, for a mast, to a straight cord you saw. So all that's done, ready to go.
So you've got like stock on hand if people need it.
A lot of stock on hand, yeah.
That's good.
So everything from survey systems to 3D systems to basic cords, all done in-house, yeah. And yeah, customers are quite, when we speak to customers, they say, oh, I'm surprised you hold so much stock on hand. And a good example is that receiver that you saw in the front showroom. Yeah. You'll see here, I don't think there's a supplier in Australia that probably holds as much of this type of stock locally. So those receivers you saw, we've got abundance of them. Yeah. They're all done here. As soon as they get to a minimum quantity, we start to rebuild again. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you guys have like a system set up, like a replenishment system? So once you get to a level, it automatically.
Yeah. So we do weekly meetings. So automatically we get reports of what's got low or what the trends are, and then we start to rebuild those stocks. Because we're manufacturing, we really got to not only. We need to make sure we've got enough time to complete the product. So have we got connectors in stock? Have we got the main boards in stock? And then we build them. Yeah,
that's really good to see, man. So we're still building stuff here, man. I love that. That's good.
And then I said this was the last section, but there is one more last section, and that's the mechanical. Yeah. So besides building the actual electronic hardware, we actually build the mechanical parts here as well. Yep. So that could be everything from a mast to go on an excavator, which we're going to see in a minute. So here we've got a 60 centimeter mast. This goes on an excavator to hold the GPS antenna. All these are made here as well. So not just electronic parts, but all the mechanical parts.
So you'll put it all together, make it all here.
Yep.
How cool is that, man? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What's this section over here?
Here is a full machine shop. So, of course, mechanical parts we have assembled.
Yeah.
Here is where we manufacture them. So this could be, at the moment we're doing a production run for a mining company. This is a gimbal to steer a laser.
Cool.
And these go to some of the biggest mines. Yeah. So a laser will sit in. It's partially assembled now.
Yep.
And it will guide a laser to get the right bearing. Yeah. So all done in house. We operate this machine shop twice a week. Everything from basically the whole process. So a small part to a complete product.
Yeah.
It's all done here.
Amazing, man. Yeah, I'm still like dumbfounded that we still have actually a lot
manufacturing.
Of we're manufacturing in Australia, man. I'm so surprised because I think a lot of people would be surprised that we do actually make stuff ourselves. So that's good to see, man. What have we got here? Is this getting an installation done?
This is a full 3D solution that we're putting on this 10-ton Yanmar. It's a brand new machine.
Yep.
And we do the full process. So of course we can do that on site or in our facility here.
Yep.
Big advantage here is that it's full customizable. So you'll see here we've got our tilt sensor. The boys are 80% through the process at the moment.
So you can use a tilt with these?
Either a full tilt rotator or just a tilt bucket or tilt hitch, no problem at all. So we go here from our tilt sensor up to our bucket sensor. Typically we color code things and put bash boxes on it, so it's fully protected.
I was just going to say, that's good that you've got protection on there because that's probably the first thing that will get damaged, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we go up. This one's actually, although it's 3D, can also run in 2D as well. So the customer's opted for a 2D sensor on it. So that when you haven't got GPS coverage or when you're working inside a building and want to get the right heights, you can still go back to 2D. That's an option in our system. And
you're saying, can you actually hire and buy? Or?
Yeah, you can. So what you could do is you could pre-wire the machine with some of our hardware. Yeah. Then you could hire the GPS parts as needed.
Okay.
And look, a lot of customers do that these days. It just means that they can get multiple machines pre-wired, either transfer the hardware from machine to machine, or of course they could buy a system and transfer it themselves from machine to machine.
Yeah. All right, so you got the tilt, the bucket, and then what's
dipper arm.
Dipper arm,
yeah. Main boom sensor, and then there's also a frame sensor on this machine as well.
Okay.
And that all basically goes back to a central computer, and back to the main screen. Yeah. And you also see it's got the GPS antennas on the roof there as well. These ones are permanently fixed. I guess the industry's moving a little bit. In the old days, they used to remove them. And put them on every day. And probably Cat was the first one. They started making things pre-mounted or left on, and now everybody is happy to accept it and leave them on.
So you can just leave that. So that's the whole thing.
That's the whole antenna left on.
Don't need like a huge mast, nothing.
No, nothing at all. Showing the roof.
How cool is that?
On a bigger machine, of course, we can go the handrails or mast that I showed you.
Yeah.
It's whatever the machine caters for. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's not a one solution that fits everything. We really try and customize not only the cords but the whole process to suit the machine like it was there from factory.
How long would it take approximately to do an install like this?
I'll get the guys to block their ears, but normally we say 2 days. So the customer will drop his machine off. Typically we'll do the full install, and then right at the end we'll do a bit of handover training. And that handover training doesn't stop now. It continues, as you've got the system. So we've got a dedicated support hotline. Customers can call, and we can log into the system remotely and see what it's doing. All from here.
Cool. And what about the screen in here? Let's have a look at this. All right, so this is the Excite Pro. So all touchscreen. There you go. You can actually see the arm is extended out, and then the screen is actually mimicking the arm sticking out. How cool is that? So it's all there. And then it's all touchscreen, and this is that removable as well?
It is, yeah. So you can remove this at night, and that's typically recommended. And also, as I mentioned before, we've got a full support hotline, so you as an operator can really just come here, you can request help, and now we can log into the system and see exactly what the screen's doing from our office. And now we can then guide you as an operator to say, how do I calibrate a bucket, for example, or how do I offset a line? You can do that all from here. and you can stay in your machine and keep digging. Yeah.
On the interior of the machine, does anything get affected? Like, do we have to like damage anything?
No, not at all. So here we've mounted the screen by a magnetic mount.
Yeah.
And typically that's how it's done, or a suction cup to your window.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not intrusive by any means. So you could remove the system if you then sell the machine later.
Yep.
Everything is just a bolt on, and nothing more. Yeah. And even with the sensors that we mounted on the boom, everything's color coded with weld on tags. So you could remove the system, leave the color coded weld on tag. It looks like it was there from factory. And that's one of the things that we do, as part of our install process.
Awesome. All right. So it almost just looks like it's naturally there from stock. Yeah. So what have we got here?
Yeah, so this is our own machine, and the reason we purchased this machine is more for R&D.
Yeah.
So not only do we just import a system and sell it to the market, we do the full R&D process here as well. So that's testing new software, testing new sensors that came out, the full process basically. And this one's got 2D and 3D on it as well.
Yeah. Do you use this one at your like demos and stuff?
We do some internal demos, and we also train a lot of our dealers. So of course we sell directly to the market here, but we also have dealers, not only in Australia but around the APAC region.
Yeah.
So dealers do come to our office, we train them here, how to calibrate the machine, how to install the system. Yeah. And it's really nice to do that on a live machine, opposed to just in a presentation for say.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you obviously do the installs here.
Yep.
You do all the sales and that from here as well.
Yeah, so we're a full one-stop shop really. So if you're looking to purchase the new products, service an existing product that maybe is our brand or another brand's, we do the full process here.
Yeah.
And of course, installs, survey solutions, the whole package. Yeah.
All right, beautiful. No, look, I appreciate you having me here today, and I hope everyone's happy that we've actually got to see the facility. Very surprised that we still do make a lot of stuff here ourselves. I know I keep repeating that, but I am actually amazed, and I think a lot of people will be amazed by that. So it's good to see we're still doing stuff here. And you're in, what's the address for this?
Yeah, 90 Willandra Drive, Epping. So very close to Bunnings on Eggers Road. That's this is our main office. And another thing that we're doing at the moment for Earthworks Hubs, so we're going to introduce a 5% discount code on our online shop.
Cool.
So everybody tune in for that and wait for Ivan to drop you the code to get some discounts on our systems.
How good's that, man? You've heard it straight from the man.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel,
really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, man. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you. All right, so there you have it, guys. That was a tour of MOBA. We got to see a bit of an install and what they actually do. Very, very surprised to see that we still do a lot of manufacturing and the R&D in Australia. So hat goes off to MOBA. Thanks once again to Daniel and the team.